Welcome to Gingerlocks episode 15. At least I think it's going to be episode 15. I'm just posting episode 6 today, so quite a bit ahead of things. In this episode, I'm going to be doing Elite Ghosts of Perdition. This is the same quest I did for this level in my first Warlock life, but this time I'm doing it solo. Last time I did it with a couple of my guildies, so let's see how this goes. Last night, Dread and I knocked out the Elite Madness 2 chain, and those are level 17, so 19 on Elite, and we're level 16, so 300 level, and we smoked them. Acute Delirium was one of the easiest runs I've ever done. You know, I love to play casters, so that quest is the bane of my existence because of all the beholders. Well, with the Warlock being immune to the beholder anti-magic, I mean, we were just smoking it. And the reason why we did that chain is because Dread was looking for this item, the Flesh Shaper's Brigandine. This is a nice medium armor option for like an Enlightened Spirit Warlock, which has the option of taking medium armor proficiency, which you should do because you get, not only do you get bonus PRR and MRR with medium armor, but the Enlightened Spirit Warlock gets an additional bonus to MRR and PRR when wearing medium armor. So every reason to wear that. And you don't suffer arcane spell failure in medium armor as an Enlightened Spirit if you take that proficiency. If you take that enhancement in the enhancement tree. So it's got a decent armor bonus with plus 18. It's got negative energy absorption, some healing amp, disintegration guard. The Trace of Madness, that's where it can be upgraded, and there's lots of different things you can put in there. But one of the really nice things you can do is put plus 10 to your reflex saves. And the crafting device, if you've never upgraded these things, the crafting device is in the 12 inside of the house, in sort of one of those back rooms where it's the like the Plains Caller room. It's where you can go to Amrath from, and then off to the side is the little Altar of Madness or whatever it's called. It's a really creepy looking altar with a big eye in the middle of it. It's got the power drain penalty. It's minus 30 to maximum spell points for Warlock. That means nothing even for a regular spellcaster. That's not that big of a penalty. Or 60 spell point loss if you're a favorite soul or sorcerer. I think I'm going to save that and use that on Voodoo when I change her into an Enlightened Spirit tank. Still got the Concordant Opposition Goggles. This is the same armor as last time. This is a greater warding armor. These items no longer drop. These were taken out of the loot table about 2 years ago. But they were such beautiful items, and then the highest tier of the epic versions were called spell proofing, and they actually had spell resistance 35 and 5 charges of spell absorption on them. I mean, just totally awesome items. Really sad to see those taken out of the loot tables. Braces of Wind's the same from last video. This is a new ring just because I didn't really have anything better to put in there for this build and things that I need, so I just crafted blindness immunity with enchantment save plus 6. Now I do want to emphasize that enchantment save plus 6 will stack with like your resistance items, so like resistance plus 5 on the armor. This will be an additional plus 6 to specifically enchantment spells. So pretty nice little item to have. This is different from last video. This is Evocation 2 Focus Boost with Fire Absorption 33% with a yellow slot with Topaz of Feather Falling. That is a crafted item. I used these gauntlets in my first Warlock life. These are the Guardian's Gauntlets. I think, I can't remember. It's an end reward, I think, from one of the Stormhorn quests, or it might even be a Wayloon quest. You'll want to look it up on the wiki. But Constitution 8 at level 15 is pretty cool. Dexterous 6 ring. Now I've got that slotted up with a Sapphire Defense plus 10 that affects PRR and MRR. Just plus 6 strength on the belt. Still got the Cloak of Flames. Very nice item for the Fiend Pact. At level 13, it's got Combustion 90 and Fire Lore 15% and other goodies on there as well. This is also slightly different than last time. Got Necro Focus 2 in addition to the Good Luck. I did take Finger of Death, so I wanted the Necro Focus on there. And Charismatic 6 plus Balance 7 on the necklace. Still using the Mineral 2 Green Steel helmet. Lots of bonus hit points and other goodies on there. The Fanion, beautiful shield. I talked about this in my last Warlock life. This is an awesome, awesome shield for any kind of a caster if you're going to use a shield on a caster, even if it's situational, because it has 0 arcane spell failure, and that comes from the Twilight and Mithril quality. So even if it's situational in a situation where you want to torque up, shield block while mobs are beating on you, so you can get some mana back from your torque. It's a great shield to use. It has Archmagi plus 200 spell points and Greater False Life. And then a purple slot, which I just have the Master's Gift in there. I don't need as many different kinds of spell power this life, because it's really just all force and fire. And this is the same as last time, except I've got a Ruby of Impulse 78 in there now. Reminder, you can get that from Giant Hold with just a handful of heroic relics. Enhancements, I got quite a bit more on the human side now. I wanted that point of con, point of charisma, and just got some extra skills here because I wanted to work up to the top tier of a healing amp. And I got a point over here in Harper Agent. I had a few more things here before, but I emptied that out because I wanted to spend them elsewhere. But I'm going to work just going to get the extra point of charisma here. I don't think there's anything new here. Looking forward to getting Greater Heroism added to my spell book at level 18. Alright, let's see how we do. It should be just a complete breeze up until the end fight, and then as long as I stay on top of stat damage in the end fight, shouldn't be an issue. So next life, I'm planning on doing the Tainted Scholar Tree. I think that's what it's called. Oh no, I'm doing Tainted Scholar now. I'm going to do the Soul Eater Tree with the Great Old One Pact. I'm already kind of tired of the Eldritch Blast. This isn't really my playstyle anymore. Going back a few years ago, it would have fit my playstyle more, but I don't like playing casters in a kitey kind of a way, and that's just really what the blasting Warlocks are all about. I do love that Enlight Spirit tankiness, though. That I'm all about that, and that's why, like I said, I'm gonna change Voodoo into an Enlightened Spirit tank. If you're kind of newer to this quest, you may not have realized that you do have plenty of time to kill both these guys if you're quick about it. No sweat. Oh, a couple abilities that I got that I just loved. Well, I haven't played too much with the Binding Chain, but that's kind of cool. That's like, like Sully does to you in Vision of Destruction. He wraps the chains around you. Here, I'll check that at one of these methods there. You can see the chains go up around him. It slows him way down. So that's kind of cool. But my favorite, this Hurl Through Hell. which clearly they wanted to call Go to Hell, but they couldn't. It's called Hurl Through Hell, and you get that at level 15 for the Tainted Scholar, and it's like a power word kill. I'm gonna hit this champion with it. Oh, he saved! They almost never save. I can't believe it. Even champions almost never save. So it's basically like a power word kill. It's a really high save. Mine is at 45 right now. It's pretty good for level 16. And as far as I know, spell resistance does not apply to it. It cannot be enlarged. I did pick up the enlarge feat at level 15 just to play around with some of the abilities to see what could be affected by enlarge. It's a fun feat to have. The binding chains is affected by enlarge, but the hurl through hell is not. But I used it on the flesh golem out here. It just worked on him too. So it does work on undead. It works on constructs. So as far as I can tell, it works on everything. It's got a 25-second cooldown. It does not say that in the description, but I timed it. So that time I got him, even though he was a champion too, so that's pretty sweet. I've been using it a bunch, and I've only had mobs save against it like 3 or 4 times. Doesn't cost anything to cast either, it's just got the 25-second cooldown. Doesn't cost mana or, what do you call it? Depravity. It's free. And that comes with the Fiend Pact that I'm doing. Okay, so this beholder is a pain in the butt. He doesn't have anti-magic anymore, but he drains your con like crazy, okay? And you really need to stay on top of your stat damage. So I would suggest to you, if you're newer to this, you have a strategy. And one of the things I like to do is make sure that everybody's on the same page in terms of either having Feather fall on or having Feather fall off, because you're going to fight them for a little bit, and then the floor is going to drop out, and you go down to the next level, and you repeat that about 5 times. And if you have, half the group is going down really fast because they have their Feather fall off, and half the group has their Feather fall on, then a couple people might get down there first and get energy drained, and maybe the healer's Feather falling down or something, and can't get to them in time. So, and I like to keep Feather fall on, because as you're falling, that's a great time to heal up everybody's negative levels or stat damage, whatever problems that they have. It's a good time to heal. It's also, I recommend throwing summons out. That way the summons can grab initial aggro from the beholder, and giving you a little more time to DPS the beholder and to take less stat damage. So I'm going to use my Shard of Zoria. Ooh, I summoned a beholder. Nice. Oh, and he's piking. There he goes. Get down there and grab that initial aggro. I think I'm going to keep my character sheet open so that I can keep an eye on my constitution. I don't know if my Silver Flame Talisman will absorb that con drain or not. Looks like no. Heal up your stat damage. Lesser Resto pots or scrolls, heal scrolls, greater restoration scrolls, or restoration scrolls would get it all. definitely not draining con from me as fast as I've seen him do in other lives. And that is all. Piece of cake. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And if you happen to be on Sarlona, you are welcome to send me a tell. Bowl of Elements Ice. Nice. That'll be a prize in one of my hide-and-seek games soon.